It's no secret that Lewis Hamilton has been unhappy with how Mercedes have been performing since 2022. The team that brought him unparalleled success in F1 has become unstuck by the new technical regulations. For almost a decade, it has seemed like Lewis would stay at Mercedes until he retired, but with the team unable to provide him with a car to win that record-breaking 8th World Drivers' title, it's time for him to fulfill another dream of his. Hamilton to Ferrari looks like it is finally on. It's no secret that Lewis Hamilton has always wanted to drive for Ferrari. He said multiple times throughout his career that driving for the Scuderia is a dream of his. Rumours of a move to the Italian team have appeared over the years with varying levels of validity, and as exciting as the prospect of Hamilton driving for Ferrari may be, it's never quite happened. Now though, the Italian media seem certain that the move is going to happen, and Lewis will be donning a red race suit from 2025 onwards. Well-respected journalists from around the sport have been reporting that the deal is a serious possibility, with Will Buxton hinting that an announcement is due before the end of the week, and Adam Cooper, as well as a few Italian journalists, saying that the deal is already done between the two. With Charles Leclerc now committed to the team for the long term, Frederic Vasseur set the task of signing their second driver for 2025 onwards, before the start of the 2024 season. With so many driver contracts up this year, the Ferrari team wanted to avoid the madness of the upcoming silly season and just focus on fighting Red Bull for a championship title. The Scuderia have been apathetic toward Carlos Sainz for a long time now. They don't consider him a championship challenging driver, and would prefer someone of a higher caliber to help themselves and Leclerc claim a first title in well over a decade. While Ferrari will sign Sainz to a short-term deal if there isn't a better option, no one would deny that Lewis Hamilton would be a massive upgrade on the Spaniard. The astute among you may point out that Hamilton recently signed a new deal with Mercedes to keep him at the team until the end of 2025, making a move to Ferrari for the 2025 season impossible, but apparently that isn't a problem either. Lewis's contract is believed to be a one-year contract with an option for one more year. That style of contract is very common in F1, and if true, would give Lewis an easy break point at the end of 2024, allowing him to make the move to the Italian stable. A move to Ferrari would be much bigger than just a signing of a new contract. It would be symbolic of how the sport has moved in the past few years. During the 2010s, Lewis driving for anyone other than Mercedes would have been completely unthinkable. 8 straight constructors' titles and 6 drivers' titles in the same time frame was an unthinkable return for any driver in F1. There was absolutely no reason to believe that Mercedes wouldn't continue to provide the British driver with cars capable of race wins, but since the ground effect floors were introduced in 2022, Mercedes have been well off the pace. A win in 2022 for teammate George Russell is no compensation for Hamilton, who has now gone 2 seasons without a win, the first 2 winless seasons in his entire career. Mercedes are not the indomitable force they once were, and have given no indication that they know how to get back to that place. Hamilton moving away from the Silver Arrows will be the end of an era, and would leave the team completely lost. Team boss and 1/3 owner Toto Wolff has never managed in Formula 1 without his star driver, and as good as George Russell is, he cannot step up to Hamilton's level. There is no one on the current grid that could replace him either, meaning that Mercedes will have to settle for someone far less skilled. Wolff has been singing Mick Schumacher's praises since taking him on as a reserve driver. Is it now the time to put his money where his mouth is and give the ex-Haas driver a go? In terms of downgrades, that's about as big as they get. For Ferrari, Hamilton would be so much more than just an incredible driver. He would be a massive expense, likely costing the team $50 million a year in wages. But with that money not included in the budget cap, it won't be a problem for them to pay. He would bring massive commercial value to the team, making them not only the most popular F1 team on the planet, if they already weren't, but also allowing the Scuderia to negotiate sponsorship contracts that would likely be unheard of in terms of value. While a move to Ferrari would definitely be planned as a career swan song, it could also mark the return of the team to the top of F1 as they aim to challenge Red Bull for titles under their new and incredibly well thought of team principal Fred Vasseur. While Hamilton may be a short-term threat to Leclerc, the Monegasque will probably be soothed by the fact that it's not likely to be a long-term deal for the 39-year-old Brit. 2 or so years alongside Hamilton will give Charles a chance to really sharpen his teeth and learn from a driver who has truly taken everything from the sport. Ferrari would have the strongest driver lineup on the grid, and if the factory team can get their car right, they would likely be unbeatable. This story is developing incredibly quickly, and by the time you're watching this, the announcement might already be made. If it hasn't happened yet though, do you think it will? Is Hamilton actually going to make the move to Ferrari that has almost happened so many times before? Or has he already moved? Let me know your thoughts and opinions on the move in the comments down below, and until next time, drive safe and bye for now.